Hello, World Flute Circle. I am here to accept Jan Michael Looking Wolf's challenge for this week. My name is Brent Adams, and I live in Corvallis, Oregon, in the United States. I've played music, for about 56 years. It's a long time. I have been interested in music since about the fourth grade in school, when someone presented the opportunity for anyone that was interested to try to learn to play trumpet. And I did. My family could not afford to purchase or rent a band type instrument. So the school was able to loan me one that first year. And the second year, when I was there trying to sign up for band again, they ran out of trumpets. Oh, but wait, we have a French horn. Anyway, to make a long story shorter, every year they kept changing instruments on me. I kept feeling like I was a beginner all over again every year, and so I quit. And then my parents got me an electric guitar, and I was very happy. Flute-wise, in the year 2000, I knew that I wanted to play a Native American style flute because I finally sat down and listened to a CD that I bought to play as kind of background music in kind of this graduation ceremony that I was hosting, and that fit the theme. So that evening I sat down and listened to it. I knew I wanted to play a Native American flute. It took me 8 years to get a flute that played. I found one other one before this that it made sound, and it made nice sounding sound, but when you made different notes, they didn't all fit together in a musical sense. It just wasn't made correctly. I fixed it later and moved that on to somebody else that could use it. So after the year 2000, it took me 8 years to get my first flute. And now I've got a couple more flutes. I started learning to make them after my first one was a kit flute, which I did some finish work on. It was tuned. It was playable when I bought the kit. It had the finger holes in it, but it had some finish work to do and shaping the mouthpiece, things like that. And that got me interested in a little bit of woodworking, and so I started making flutes. So one of the flutes that I made out of a tree that grew in our backyard that our children climbed in was an apple tree, Gravenstein apple tree. It had to come down because it was rotting. So I made a few flutes, and I sold a few. There are 2 that I have still that I will not sell, and this is one of them. And I've made, I believe, 3 of the bird head style flutes like this. I don't use tuning or directional holes on the ones that I make. I use just the open beak to tune the flute, and it's very time-consuming, difficult process to do it that way, but that's how I chose to do it. I love coffee. Music-wise, because I have always been interested in music, that is my goal concerning my future in flutes, my future in guitar playing, playing the rab drum. I like to combine all of these types of instruments, hand percussion things, and I will continue to be making music until I am no longer capable of doing that. If my fingers quit working or something else happens, that will be the time I decide to quit making music, because I love music. I always have. It's just a part of me. And quite honestly, that's how I prefer to communicate my feelings, is through music. So, hope you enjoyed the challenge video that I did in getting to know me a little bit, and about where the flute is and sits in my life. In my music, the flute takes a lot of the place of vocals, because I am very hesitant in sharing my vocal skills, even though some people seem to think it's okay. I hesitate doing that. I would rather sing through the flutes most of the time. Thanks for watching. Have a great day.